Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahushai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahushai. Shalak. Rayam. Why? Einash. Why? Haragi. Why? Mishpani. Why? Gador. Mawat. Ow. Kor. Adawani. Why? Gawaya. Why? Ayab Yinawa. Baba Kashab. Shalak. Ash. Ba. Shem. Bayat. Baba Kashab. Shabar. Why? Abad. Ayab Yinawa. Baba Kashab. Shabar. Ha. Lakai. Shur. Ha. Ayab Yah. Baba Kashab. Sar. Ma. Gayal. Ba. La. Masapai. The water.
Let me get this in Deuteronomy 22:5. Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5.
Right.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Right.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. So what garment for women, what garments would pertain to women that a man should not be wearing?
I feel like you lost me here.
Why do you say that?
People should wear what they want to wear.
Should people wear what they want to wear, or should people do what the Most High God said they should do?
But I mean, I don't know. People have different beliefs, so.
Well, I understand. So people have different belief systems. So this is where we come from. We believe in this, right? You would agree that you would be an Israelite, right? You agree with that when we brought out the curses, right? So if you understand those things, then this is something that the Most High God would command our people, right? Why? Because if a man's walking around in a dress, do you think men should be wearing dresses?
If they want to.
Say if they want to.
Yeah.
So when I go to the bathroom, right? And it says men and women. How do I know the difference between the two bathrooms?
I mean, gender is a social construct.
You said gender is a social construct?
Yeah.
Let me get Genesis, the first chapter. So is that something that man created, or is that something that God set up in place?
I mean, you have your sex at birth, but however you want to present yourself will be up to you.
So when you say, so your gender will go back to what? Male and female.
That's your sex.
So gender is what? Your what they say? What is it? Your sexual preference, or your if you say you're he, yeah, how you identify, you're he or she or they, that would be your gender.
Yeah.
So your gender and your sex essentially coexist in one. Because when you go to, if you're buying any type of clothes and it says gender, and you hit the drop down, it's going to say male and female. So it's essentially the same thing as sex. Because when you get the drop down for sex, it says M or F. So it's the same thing. Right? Let me get that in Genesis, the first chapter.
And this is the book of Genesis, chapter 1 and verse 26.
Right.
And God said, let us make man in our image,
Right.
after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea,
Right.
and over the fowl of the air,
Right.
and over the cattle, and over the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth.
Read on.
So God created man in his own image.
Read on.
In the image of God created he him,
Right.
male and female.
Male and what?
Male and female.
Do whatever.
Male and female
Right.
created he them.
So the Lord only created two genders and two sexes. If you want to say gender or sex, sexually they're the same thing, right? People just identify however you want. That's madness. Let me get that in Romans 1 and go to verse number 26, right? That's madness to be able to say, because I can go, you got grown men identifying as 4-year-old babies.
Right.
Can we do that? Or is that okay? You got people identifying as a horse. Does that make any sense? You said it's not the same thing? Then no, you saying it's how you identify. People identify however. Now you have non-binary. I don't even know all of them. Non-binary. You have so many. It's out of pocket. Go back. Go ahead.
There's 63 different sexes.
So now there's 60 genders. Yeah, 63 different genders now. When the Lord said He created male and female, so this is man's creation, right? Man's doing. The Lord set something up. He said He created male and female. 10 years ago we didn't have this. This is a new thing, right? Let me get what you got over there. All right, continue.
This is Sirach chapter 15 and verse 20.
Bring it out.
He hath commanded no man to do wicked.
To do what?
To do wickedly.
Read.
Neither hath he given any man license to sin.
Right. So when you going off, you trying to now I identify as a she, right? That's you basically a sodomite. You're basically saying you got it. Because now you're looking for what? If you're a male identifying as a she, you're looking for what? A male, another male that's identifying as a he.
But it's not how you identify and what you sexually prefer. They're not the same thing.
So I can identify as a female, but I'm a male, but then still be interested in females, basically.
If you want.
Let me get this Ecclesiastes 7.
I don't know. I'm not going to change my mind on that. So.
Oh, well, man. Essentially, we won't see eye to eye, things, right? Because we understand that the Lord has a construct that's set up. Man can do whatever he wants, but at the end of the day, the counsel of the Most High God, it is what it is, right? It's the way he set it up, and for man to just, let me get that Ecclesiastes 7.
It's Ecclesiastes 7:29.
Right.
Lo, this only have I found,
Right.
that God hath made man upright.
So the Lord made man to be upright from the jump to what? To keep the commandments, but what?
But they have sought out many inventions.
Many what?
Many inventions.
Changing your gender, changing your sex, identifying as a baby, having sex with a car, in the ground. All that stuff is just madness at the end of the day, and it's set up by man, right? You got a precept?
Come. This is Deuteronomy, chapter 11 and verse 26.
Right up.
Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse.
Right.
A blessing if ye obey, Slaki. A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you this day.
Right.
And a curse.
And a what?
And a curse.
Right.
If ye will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God,
Right.
but turn aside out of every way which I command you this day to go after other gods which ye have not known.
Right, so the Lord set up, he said, listen, if you keep the commandments of God, guess what? You're going to be blessed.
Right.
If you don't, and you want to identify as a she, or a they, or a them, guess what? You got that set up for you at the end of the day, right? So, sister, if you understand that you're an Israelite, you agree with the stuff that we brought out, the understanding that all these things happen to our people, so by default we have to be the Israelites, then this is the proper understanding that we're trying to give you, and we're trying to get you to understand that the world set these things up, right? The people, the power structure that's set up, they're the ones that introduced the 63 genders, right? God never introduced that. God showed you that he made what? Male and female. Right? But man came about and they did what? They just want to do whatever they want. Now you can be a them. I identify as them and they. What is that? You know you got a precept?
No, I didn't get this. Somebody spoke.
And it's the book of Romans. I was going to go to 27.
That's cool.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 27.
Bring it out.
And likewise also, the men leaving the natural use.
Doing what?
Leaving the natural use
Right.
of the woman burned in their lust,
Right.
one toward another.
Right.
Men with men,
Right.
working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. And it's like, and even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge,
Right.
God gave them over to a reprobate mind.
To a what?
To a reprobate mind
Read.
to do those things which are not convenient.
See that? So, sister, we understand that the whole social construct that's being set up is what is to turn our people away from the laws of the Most High God at the end of the day, right? To be identified as things that he didn't set up from the beginning, right? You understand what we're trying to say?
I mean, I get where I don't agree with it, but
Well, let me get Romans 3 and 31.
And it's the book of Romans, chapter 3 and verse 31.
Bring it out.
Do we then make void the law through faith?
Right?
God forbid.
Slock it. 3 and 3. My bad.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 3 and verse 3.
Right.
For what if some did not believe?
Right?
Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
Read on.
God forbid.
Read.
Yeah, let God be true.
Let what?
Let God be true.
Read.
But every man as light.
That's what we're supposed to roll with. The Lord is the earth is nothing but iniquity anyway, and they're trying to turn you from the Most High God. Right? That's why we're trying to show you the truth. We're trying. This is what we say. We're trying to show you the truth. Right? This is what the Lord set up. You don't have to agree with us, but at the end of the day, hey, listen. You know, it is what it is, sister.
This is James 4 and 4.
Bring it out.
Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God?
Is what?
Is enmity with God?
So agreeing with the social construct that the world came up with, being able to identify as different genders, that's just agreeing with the world, right? Let me get Revelation 18 and 4. That's just agreeing with the world, right? You know, and he said that that's enmity with God. Meaning you're not on God's good side when you're getting down with what the world is doing and what they're setting up, right? Read on.
Whosoever, therefore, will be a friend of the world
Right.
is the enemy of God.
Is what?
Is the enemy of God.
So agreeing with the social construct that we're going to keep on saying that you can identify as a they and a them, and a man can identify as a she or a her, and a female can identify as a he and a him, and that's enmity with God, and that ultimately makes you the enemy of the Most High God. Are you understanding what we're trying to say, sister?
I'm not gonna change my mind.
All right, so let me get Luke 15
No, it's
and 30.
okay. Thank you.
We got go ahead, get Luke 15 and 30. Yeah,
All that?
yeah. He, she, they, and them.
We got to Deuteronomy 22 and 5, and she was like, oh, I don't, that's me, lost me. I was like, why? She was like, she thinks that you can identify however you want. People should be able to identify however you want. Yeah, you can wear, people, that's where it started. People can wear whatever you want, and then you can identify however you want.
Yeah.
It's like, well, let me get that in Luke 15. Let's go back to the jump. Give me Romans 13:11. Luke 15 and 30.
It's the book of Luke.
And that's the madness of this world, man. Our people, it's polluting the minds of our people. Right? Read on.
It's Luke 15 and 3.
Right?
And he spake this parable unto them.
Hold on real quick.
Hey, brother, what's going on, King? I like your hoodie, brother. Self-care. Hey, let us give you some self-care, brother. Let us show you something. You see yourself on the side? Real quick, brother. 2 minutes. We your brothers, brother. Come on, brother. How about you, sister? Hey, sister. 2 minutes, sister. Read this.
It's Luke 15 and 3.
Right now.
And he spake this parable unto them, saying, what man of you, having 100 sheep, if he lose one of them?
That's not what I wanted. 13 and
13 3. It's Luke 13 and 3.
Right?
I tell you, nay,
Right?
but except ye repent, ye shall all likewise perish.
See that? Give me second Esdras 8 and go to verse number 56. See that? So, hey, listen, our people, man, they just caught up in Babylon at the end of the day. Right? They just caught up in Babylon. They think that this is all fun and games. What they're setting up is the truth. Hey, listen, this you know what, you're right. We should be able to, that's that do what you want spirit. Right? Thou doest what they want. I know what you're about to go to, Second Maccabees. I knew you was about to pull that. It's that do what you want spirit in America, man. Right? You gotta come out of the ways of the world and come out of here we go. Come out of the image of the beast. Right? Because that's what you're doing. You conform it to the image of the beast. Right? And you gotta come up out this thing, or else you will be marked. Right? Brothers get the gist.
Right. This second Esdras chapter 8 and verse 56.
Right now.
For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High.
They did what?
They despised the Most High.
And it is that time for that liberty to be able to understand the truth, right? To get the knowledge and understanding, right? He said when they had liberty, they did what? They despised the Most High God, right? So guess what his sister did? She despised the Most High because of the way that he has his laws set up, right? She wanted to just, well, nah, this is what you think, right? That's why we had to bring out precept Ecclesiastes 7:29. Hey, listen, our people, Lord made man upright, but guess what? They saw many inventions, man. And guess what? Now she's conformed to society and to the beast, and now she thinks it's okay just to identify as he. She very well may have identified as he and him. Right. That's may have been why she was taking the route that she took. Right? Read on.
Thought scorn of his law.
Right?
And forsook his way.
And did what?
And forsook his way.
And our people, that's what they forsake the ways of the Most High God. This is the opportunity to repent and come back to the Most High God. But guess what? They forsake the Most High God's laws and they cast it behind their back. Let me get that Nehemiah 9 and 34. Nehemiah 9 and 34. Right? Our people just what? Took the law of the Most High God and they just cast it behind their back. Right? Now is the time to be able to come back to the Most High God. Right? Now is let me get Psalm 63 and go to verse number 1. Right? Now is the time where you got to seek the Most High God and come back and keep his commandments, man. Not be conformed to this world. Like you read about in Romans 12 and 2. Right? You get conformed to this world, you're going to get jammed up when the Most High God come back. And somebody hold Romans 13:11. What's going on, brother? Hey, brother, real quick. Can I ask you a question, King? Real quick, brother. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, brother. The person on the phone can listen too. It's probably for them. Read that. Psalms. What else did I call?
Romans 13:11, Psalm 63.
All right, let me get Psalm 63.
The Psalm 63. So the one.
Yeah, start right there.
Verse 1.
Right? Bring it up.
O Yahweh,
Right?
thou art my God.
Right?
Early will I seek thee.
Early what?
Early will I seek thee.
Read.
My soul thirsteth for
And
thee.
this is the time to be seeking the Most High God, man. Right? You got to thirst for this world, this word, and come back to the Most High God and what? And be keeping his commandments and not just doing what the world's got out there. Right? That's why the Lord said, hey, broad is the gate and Slaki. Wide is the way. What is it?
Broad is the way.
Broad is
Wide is the way.
Let me get that in Matthew 7 actually. Let me get that in Matthew 7 chapter. Right, 7 to 14. Let me get that.
It is
right?
the book of St. Matthew, chapter 7, and verse number 14.
Right.
Bring it out. And it reads,
Wide is the gate, broad is the way.
Come. And it reads, because, you want to start there at 13?
13.
Enter ye in at the straight gate.
Right.
For wide is the gate.
What the Lord say?
For wide is the gate.
And what?
And broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Right.
And many there be which go in thereat.
So the Lord said that many go to that way, man.
Right.
That's why that's the ways of the world. That's most of the people that are going to hell with gasoline drunks on,
Right.
man. Like what our youth pastor used to say. Right? We understand the concept of hell. Don't get us jammed up and GMS post this on their next video. Right? We understand. And listen, our people are just making their way to destruction at the end of the day if they don't come back to the laws of the Most High God.
Right.
So we're trying our people, and now's the time to wake up and come back to the commandments of the Most High God in these last days.
That's right.
Let me get that Romans 13.
It's Romans 13 and verse number
Let
11.
me get Ephesians 5 and 14.
What's going on, brother? Hey, you see yourself on a shirt? What's your nationality? Yeah, it might be him. It might be Kush. Yeah. You might be I don't know.
Elon.
You think Elon? Yeah, he might have been a heathen, man. You see the look on his face, right? Yeah, not at all. Look at us like, what are these niggas doing? Let me get that in Romans, yo. Romans 13.
This is Romans chapter 13 and verse 11.
Right?
And that knowing the time,
Right?
that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Read.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
And like we said earlier, and we're seeing those times that we live in, man. Everything about to grow, everything kicking up, shit about to hit the fan, hell's breaking loose on the earth. So now's the time to come back to the Most High God, to wake the hell up and come keep His commandments as an Israelite, man. Not as a nigga, not as a bad bee in the streets, right? As an Israelite, an Israelite king or princess, according to the Most High God, according to the Bible.
right.
Let me get that in Ephesians. Go ahead. Yeah.
This is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 6. Bring it up. 14?
14.
Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 14.
Right.
Wherefore he said, awake thou. Awake thou that sleep.
What the Lord say?
Awake thou that sleep.
Read.
And arise from the dead.
And do what?
And arise from the dead.
Read.
And Christ shall give thee light.
And what?
And Christ shall give thee light.
The Lord says it's time to awake out of sleep and do what? And come and rise from the dead and come to Christ that's going to give you life, man. Because there's a lot of dead bodies out here, man. Right? The walking dead, literally. Right? Let me get Ezekiel 37, start from the top. Right? It's the valley of dry bones out here. So our people gotta wake up and gotta come back to the Most High God and wake up out of the sleep that they've been put down into, man. Right? Our people are in a coma right now, not knowing who they are, thinking that they Negroes and blacks in America, and Hispanic and Puerto Ricans, right? And niggas out here, right? Our people gotta come back. Our people gotta wake up. Watch this. Hey sister. Hey sister. Hey sister. Sister, you see yourself on the sign? And that's our people, right? It just ignorant, yo. Can't talk to their own brothers that's just out here in the cold for them, right? Trying to show them the ways of life, trying to give them everlasting salvation, right? Eternal life, right? Which is, hey sister, how you see yourself on the chart?
Right.
Nothing, right? Let me get that, what I just called.
This is Ezekiel 37 verse 1.
Right?
The hand of Yahweh was upon me,
Right.
and carried me out in the spirit of Yahweh, and set me down in the midst of the valley,
Right.
which was full of bones.
Which was what?
Which was full of bones.
Read.
And caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many.
They were what?
There were very many
You know what?
in the open valley. And lo, they were very dry.
And what?
They were very
And
dry.
that's it, right? There's many bones, man. And what? These bones are very dry. Why? Because they lack water, right? They lack life. Read on.
And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live?
Right.
And I answered, O Yahweh, thou knowest.
Now what?
Thou knowest.
Read.
Again, he said unto me, prophesy unto these bones.
Do what?
Prophesy unto these bones.
Read.
And say unto them, O ye dry bones,
Right.
hear the word of Yahweh.
Do what?
Hear the word of Yahweh.
One more time.
Hear the word of Yahweh.
Read.
Thus saith Yahweh unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you,
Right.
and ye shall live.
And what?
And ye shall live.
And that's what we're trying to do right now. We're trying to give our people life in these last days, man. And that's what? It's by coming back to the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High God.
That's right.
Let me get Sirach 19 and 19. Right? When you keep these commandments of the Most High God, that's not, it's not just, you get life. Hey, listen, that's how you get eternal salvation. What's going on, brothers? Hey, y'all brothers see yourself on the sign? Give us 2 minutes. Come talk to your brothers real quick, brother.
Real quick,
2 minutes. Y'all see yourself on the right side?
I wanted to hang out with you guys. I thought it would.
What's your nationality? So-called black, so-called Hispanic? You said black? How about you, brother? You said black and white. What's your father? You say your father's black? How about you, brother? Black? Same with you, brother? All right, so let me ask you something. Is there a land of black that we can go back to as a people? No. So why are we calling ourselves black? As our nationality.
And black is like, as you look at it, black is not actually a color.
You said black's not a color?
Yeah, like, that's what people say.
That's what people say. I mean, that's cool, but is your skin color actually black? No.
It's brown.
It's brown. So why are we calling ourselves this? We wear black.
Right,
So why are we calling ourselves a color?
that's fast.
You see what I'm saying? They call us African American. That's a relatively new term. There's no land called Africa America, is there? That I can take the 5 o'clock flight to tomorrow. Take me about 6 hours to get to. No. So why are we calling ourselves names called African American, black, and Negro? Right? Those are terms that was given to you. Right? Y'all believe in the Bible?
Of course, my dad's a preacher.
You say your dad's a preacher? How about you? You believe in the Bible? Y'all all believe in the Bible? None of y'all get down with Islam? Nah? All praise the Most High. So we're going to go in the Bible, we're going to show you that black and African American are social constructs that was given to our people. Right? We're going to show you, you know what God will call you? You think if God cracked the sky right now, He's going to be like, where the black people at?
He's going to be like, where's my children?
He said, where my children at? Give me Exodus 3 and 10. Who are God's children? He said us? Us, like just us or everybody?
Everybody.
Everybody? You sure about that?
Children that believe in.
You said the children that believe in Him? What you think, brother? You said the same thing? All right, your dad's a preacher, so you got a little bit more pressure on you, my boy. Let me get this to Exodus 3.
This is Exodus chapter 3 and verse 10. Come now therefore, and I will send thee.
You heard of Moses, right? I know you heard of Moses. Y'all heard of Moses, right? This is God talking to Moses, right? This is what He said. Read on.
Shalaki, come now therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh,
Right.
that thou mayest bring forth my people.
My what?
My people,
who?
the children of Israel.
who?
The children of Israel.
You said that His children, right? God's children are the children of Israel.
Right.
Now I'm sure y'all heard of. We all heard of Moses, right? What's Moses known for doing? Y'all know? He said the Red Sea. He's known for parting the Red Sea, split the Red Sea. He led the children of Israel out of Egypt. Right? They were slaves in Egypt. Right? He led them out into the wilderness via the Red Sea. Right? Now let me get Deuteronomy 28. We're going to go verse 15. We're going to show y'all who y'all are in the Bible. Right? Now Moses was talking to the children of Israel. Right? Now we said that we black, African American, but you don't see those words in the Bible, right? You don't see the black people in the Bible or the African American people, right? The Lord set up 18 nations of people, right? When you go through Genesis, He set up 18 nations of people. Now, if black and African American are not nationalities in the Bible, then what nation would you come from? You gotta ask yourself these questions, because like we said, if Christ cracked the sky right now, He's not coming back like where the black people at, where the African Americans. Right? You want to know who you are when Christ come back to the scene. Right? Let me get Deuteronomy 28, start verse 15.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
This is Moses. Moses talking to the children of Israel. Y'all know what's special about the children of Israel? They God's people. God chose them to be His chosen people. Y'all know God has a chosen people in the earth? No? Now what would y'all say if y'all was part of those chosen people? Y'all was God's people. How would y'all feel? It's for all y'all. You be surprised? How about you? You don't know how you react? How about you? Same thing, you don't know how to react. Well, we letting y'all know that God has a chosen people on the earth, and we got to find out who it is. Right? You say you got to go. All right, I'm going to show you 2 verses. Let me get Deuteronomy 28, go to verse 68. We're going to show you something. How old are y'all, brothers? 17? How old? 18? 16? Y'all teach them about slavery. Y'all in school right now. They teach them about slavery and Black History Month. Now, how they tell you black people got to America? You said what? The Underground Railroad? We took the Underground Railroad from Africa all the way here. We were shipped here, right? We were put on slave ship, right? We're going to show you something in the Bible that pertains to slavery on slave ship. This is Moses talking to the Israelites. Read verse 68.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
The Lord told Moses to go tell the Israelites if you don't keep my commandments, I'm going to bring you back into Egypt again. Egypt just means slavery in the Bible, right? I know y'all got to go, we're going to cut it straight, right? He said, I'm going to bring you back into Egypt, meaning I'm going to bring you back into the same condition. I'm going to bring you into bondage, captivity, and slavery. What people are known for going into slavery? Black people, right? So when the Lord said, I'm going to bring you back into slavery, who's he talking about? Talking about white people? Was white people in slavery? Was Chinese people in slavery? Was black people in slavery? Now you talking about us, right? Now how you say you got here? You said 3 ships, right? Watch this. Read this on top.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Lord's going to bring the children of Israel back into slavery. How?
With ship.
With what?
With ship.
One more time.
With ship.
The Lord said he's going to bring the children of Israel back into slavery via slave ships. The only people that happen to is who? Who's the only people that happen to? You said who? African American, us, right? We the only people that went into slavery on slave ships. Now, Moses talking to the Israelites, right? But we the only ones that fit this. So who must black people be? You said the Israelites, right? That's right, brother. We the Israelites. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. I said 2 verses. I'm going to give you this one right here. This brother said we must be the Israelites because the only people that went to slavery on slave ships that's prophesied about in the Bible that I'm sure your father's not teaching, right, is that black people are the Israelites this day.
That's right.
We guys chose the people on this earth. Hold on real quick. Hold your peace real quick. Read this in Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6.
This is how the Lord feel about the Israelites, the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American people.
For thou art an holy people.
What are these brothers?
For thou art holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Right.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Read.
Above all people.
We at the bottom.
Above all people.
We just niggas.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Y'all watch sports, don't y'all? Who's the best basketball player ever?
LeBron James right now, because he made the movie.
What you think, brother? What you think, brother? You say, all right, but what they all have in common? Are they all Chinese men?
No.
What are they all? Well, how about football? Who's the best football player? Don't say Tom.
Odell.
Don't say Tom Brady. You said Odell. What you think? Said Michael Vick. We'll take that answer. Said Michael Vick ever? Odell Beckham's the best player ever?
Probably yes.
All right, whatever. What you think, brother? You said Camp. What the hell? What you think? Who? That's a great answer. What they all have in common? They all Japanese men? They all black men, right? Who's your favorite rapper? You said Baby? Meek Mill? What they all got in common? They all white? What? So you notice you go, it doesn't matter what industry you go to, what do? We dominate, right? Who's the best golfer ever?
I don't know the golf.
You said who? Tiger Woods? Is he white? You see what I'm saying? Why do we dominate in everything? That's because the Lord said that we are chosen people, that we above all nations that's on the earth. Y'all would be the Israelites. Y'all be God's chosen people, right? We gonna give y'all brothers flyers that y'all gonna take with us. We got a YouTube y'all can check out. All right?
I got YouTube too.
You say you got YouTube? All right, subscribe to ours. We might subscribe to yours, brother. Y'all Israelites. Y'all God's chosen people. We gotta repent and keep the commandments of God. Check out that YouTube. All right? Lord willing, our brothers get sealed up. What's going on? What's your nationality? What's your nationality?
Nicaragua.
You said Nicaragua?
Yeah, Nicaragua.
That's Zebulon right there, right? From Central America, right?
You got something?
Not 100%.
You the Chinese folk?
Give me first Thessalonians 5:21. All right, now what were you saying? You said you're from Nicaragua, right?
Right.
So, all right, so you would be an Israelite from the tribe of Zebulon. That would be your God-given nationality.
Actually, my Nicaraguan family comes from UK. The Ukrainians settled. Spaniards came down, settled.
So, that was your people.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, so you're Spaniard, right? So the guy got, hold on, you still got that pulled up? You want to bring that out? Yeah, you can bring it out.
So this is I just
This because of what you said earlier.
right. So we like to prove all things.
Right.
I typed up word Chinese people in the gold rush. The first article popped up. This is from blogs.ioc.gov. This is a government website. It says in 1849, Chinese began immigrating to the United States in order to become gold miners in various western states, including California and North and South Dakota. In the beginning, Chinese miners worked for themselves or labor for other miners.
Right, so working for yourselves, just like when people come with the Irish argument, you're just an indentured servant for your own people. Right, you got more?
I got another one. So later on, this is another article. This is from hickmanmills.org. You can look this up. It says, many Chinese immigrants continue working in the gold mines despite such treatment. Some look for different jobs, and many open their own businesses.
Right.
Many Chinese open their own restaurants and laundries. The largest and oldest Chinese community in the United States is the Chinatown area of San Francisco.
Right.
So they work there as actually working, not slaves, but more so indentured servants.
Right.
What you got?
Yeah, indentured service. That's like if I go punch the clock, you just open up your own restaurant. It's
Right.
the same thing.
Right.
So it's not chattel slavery like the black man had to go through. But the point is that if your people say y'all were the Spaniards that migrated to, let me get Micah 2:2. Right? Is that your people at the end of the day? Hey, listen, y'all taking on identity of a Central American, of the Egyptian, of the Native American people. At the end of the day, the Spaniards, they just go back to Esau. Right? They all would just be Edomites at the end of the day. Let me get that in Ezekiel 36 and go to verse number 5. And Ezekiel 24 and go to verse number 25 and go to verse number 14. Right? So your people had our people in captivity at the end of the day. Right? Your people down there probably enslaving our people. You know, if this man really is a Spaniard at the end of the day, which you know he admitted to, right? Then that's your judgment at the end of the day is what? You going into slavery too, right? Let me get that, Michael. What's your father's nationality? Huh? What's your father's nationality? You said your dad's Puerto Rican? From Puerto Rico? What the hell is that? Yeah, good call, brother. I'm about to get on this brother for a second. Brother, you be a brother, brother. Let me get numbers 1.
Right.
You be a brother, brother. You come from the tribe of Ephraim. Check this out. We're not gonna upload this footage. Yo, check this out, okay? Hey, brother, you listening, brother? You come from the tribe of Ephraim.
Right.
That would be your nationality. Right? Now you say you come from Nicaragua, we understand our people are scattered to the 4 corners of the earth. Right? You got black people in China, you got damn Mexican people in what's the word I'm looking for? In probably Germany. Our people are everywhere around the earth. Right? But you identify as the seed line of your father. You said your father, so-called Puerto Rican, comes from Puerto Rico, where you would be an Ephraimite according to the Bible.
Right.
Right? Let me get that numbers 1.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18.
Bring it out.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigree.
And they what?
And they declared their pedigree. After their families by the house of their father.
By the house of your father. So whatever your father is, that's what you would be. Right? That's how your seed line goes. You can read that in Nehemiah 7 and 61. Right? Whatever the seed line was, they had to show the house of their father whether they was Israel or not. Right? So your father being a so-called Puerto Rican, then you would actually be an Ephraimite. Right? Because we'll go by whatever your father did.
Where y'all good brothers from anyway?
We all from around here. We all from the area.
From Badlands.
You said from where? The Badlands? All right, well, guess what? We really all from Israel. Right?
Well, I was born and raised out here in Badlands. My family had businesses up and down the street.
Okay. So we try to show you that you would be an Israelite.
Yeah.
Right? We not Philadelphians. Right? Or what, however you brothers from Camden, Canadians, whatever you want to call it. Right? That's not what we are. We Israelites, brother. That's you God's chosen people. Let me get Deuteronomy 14 and 2.
Yeah.
Let me get Deuteronomy 28 and go to verse 49. Right? Deuteronomy 20 and 49? Let me get Deuteronomy 14 and 2 real quick.
Listen, y'all continue on, man. That was great.
Hold on, we got something to show you, brother.
No, I'm
Came
not.
up here and scoff for a second. Now we gonna learn you something, my boy.
No, I didn't say none of that.
You
I
said-
said y'all great.
No, you said the Chinese went into slavery. We heard that.
Yeah, they were.
No, they weren't. The brother just showed you.
Well, yeah.
It was indentured service. Our people was in slavery.
Right.
Right? We was the one. Your people. You know what Puerto Ricans was doing? They was picking sugar cane and gold till their fingers bled.
Yeah.
They was in a gold mine, huh?
Yeah, trading back and forth, yeah.
Trading back and forth. But you people know the white man was trading. You was in the field. You think we was trading cotton, black people, because we was picking it? No. Who was trading it? The white man. You people was just in the gold mines and in the sugar cane fields, picking it and doing what? Giving it to a white man so he can go trade it. Right? They sunk 3 slave ships worth of gold, not slave ships, 3 ships worth of gold shipping it out of Puerto Rico. That your people picked. If you didn't get a certain amount of gold in a day, guess what they did? They started cutting fingers off. They started cutting hands off. Right? That's what they did to your people, brother. You gotta understand that, but you gotta understand it was a big commodity. But you gotta understand that these things were prophesied about in the Bible to happen to the Israelites For what? For not keeping God's commandments, brother. Let me get you this one scripture, Deuteronomy 20 and 49. Start at 15. Hold on real quick, brother. I got something for you.
I gotta go.
Huh?
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 49.
Bring it up.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far,
Right.
from the end of the earth,
Right.
as swift as the eagle flieth.
Hey, brother, you listening? Now, what symbol was on the Spaniard flag when they pulled up to Puerto Rico?
Say it again, what?
I said, what symbol, what animal was on the Spaniard flag when they pulled up to Puerto Rico with their ships?
I don't know.
Anybody got it pulled up? Here we go. This was their flag back in the day. Right? Prior to changing in the early 1900s, they had a what? An eagle on it.
Okay.
Right? That's why the Spaniards, they still got the same colors, but they changed it. All right, we know, brother, go birds, but not these birds.
Not
All right?
eagles.
No, I got you. But
Let's
the
go. Eagles.
listen, brother, we try to show you something, brother. All right, they had an eagle. It's not a coincidence that the Lord said, "Swift as the eagle fly," and then they got an eagle and they pulled up on your people and they did what? They overthrew your people. Right. Okay. Keep reading on that. He said, "As swift as the eagle." He said he's going to send a nation against thee from far, from the other end of the earth, as swift as the eagle fly. They pulled up on your people, came from Spain all the way to Puerto Rico. It's about a 1.5-year trip, and guess what? They had a flag that had an eagle as a logo.
Right.
Read on.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Y'all were speaking Hebrew, they were speaking Spanish. That's why you people speak Spanish now, right? Why? Because they overcame you guys, they overthrew you guys, they put you in slavery, and then they gave you what? All their customs, right? Now that's why Roman Catholicism is heavy in Puerto Rico, right? That's why you people speak Spanish, right? Read on.
A nation of fierce countenance,
Right.
which shall not regard the person of the old,
Right.
nor shew favor to the young.
They didn't care if you was old, young, male, female. They was doing what? They was slaughtering everybody, right? Putting you in the field, putting you in the caves to pick they gold and they sugar cane, and if you did, that's why you was getting slaughtered, right? They didn't care. All they said was, listen, this is that's where the word Puerto Rico comes from. It means a rich port, right? They could back the boat up on a port, dock it up. They came over there, they found what? Diamonds, gold, silver, rubies, gems. It was a very rich land.
Essence of the land.
Right, it was a rich land. That's why it's called rich port, Puerto Rico. Now you call yourself Puerto Rican, which just means I'm a rich port. That don't make any sense. That's not a nationality. God didn't call nobody Puerto Rican. The Spaniards called y'all Puerto Ricans. What you say? All right, yo, check that flyer out. All right, brother. All right, brother. We're not gonna post this footage. I almost got on this brother for a second, man. Thought he was a heathen. It kind of felt weird. It didn't feel right. Hey, y'all young brothers, come talk to us real quick. Hey, y'all young brothers, come talk to us real quick. We're gonna show y'all something. See that? Our people gotta come back to the Most High God, man. Right? Let me get that in Jeremiah 51 and verse 62. All right. Another brother coming up? Nah, I'm gonna pass it. It's like 9 o'clock. Yeah, I'm gonna pass it off to the next mighty speaker, Lord willing. Jeremiah 51, start at verse number 62. Whoever gets it first.
This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 62.
Bring it out.
Then shalt thou say, O Lord, thou hast spoken against this place.
That was what?
Thou hast spoken against this place.
Do what?
To cut it off.
Read.
That none shall remain in it.
Right.
Neither man nor beast. But that it shall be desolate forever.
Read.
And it shall be, when thou hast made an end of reading this book, that thou shalt bind a stone to it, and cast it into the midst of Euphrates. And thou shalt say, thus shall Babylon seek.
What did the Lord say?
Thus shall Babylon seek.
What's coming in here?
Thus shall Babylon seek.
Read.
It shall not rise from the evil that I will bring upon her.
And with that, I'm going to close out giving all praise, honor, and glorification to Yahweh by Shimon Mashiach, Woman like Yahweh and Kwim Yeshua.
Kwim Yeshua.
Kwim Yeshua.
Kwim Yeshua.
Kwim Yeshua.
Kwim Yeshua.